Hi everyone. Hiya, welcome to Healthy Hormones. Welcome to Healthy Lifestyle. I'm Andrea. I'm a nutritional therapist and I love helping women get to grips with their hormone imbalances so they can look good and feel good inside and out. And I wanted to come on today to have a chat with you about fat accumulation around your body, or you want to call it weight gain as well. Lots of women I talk to every day are struggling trying to control the fat that's accumulating around the body. And it just, all of a sudden, it's just appeared overnight. Like, where did that come from? The fat's just starting to accumulate around your body all of a sudden over the age of 35. And you may be struggling just all of a sudden as well. What you've done before, you've been making changes before, you're eating a certain way, you've been exercising a certain way, and all of a sudden it's stopped working for you. You're just finding it really, really difficult to lose that weight and keep it off. It's because of what's changing in your body right now. In perimenopause, as you're going into menopause, your body's changing a hell of a lot inside because your hormones are declining, you see. And it can start anytime over the age of 35, this decline in your hormones. And you won't really feel much, about what's happening inside at first. You might not have a lot of symptoms. You might not be struggling very much. But then all of a sudden you'll wake up one day and you'll just start having all these problems. And it's because of this hormone decline in your hormone, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. They're all declining in your body. And what these changes can happen is your metabolism slowing down, your muscle mass, you're losing muscle mass. So it's important to do some weight bearing exercises to keep your muscle mass so you don't lose it, because that can have a massive effect on losing fat around your body if you're losing your muscle mass. Your digestion starts to become sluggish, and you're more sensitive to stress and you're more sensitive to sugar. So that's not all bad news, because you can use that to your advantage just by making a few changes. I'd recommend that if you're really, really struggling, I'd recommend that you want to look at three things first of all, and this is your diet. Three things in your diet, like wheat and bread, wheat and gluten contained in bread, dairy products, and sugar. So that's your pastries, your cakes, your biscuits, things like that. And cutting down on all these three things can start to make a big difference. If you cut back, I will cut them out completely. If you're really, really struggling, cut them out completely. But if you can cut them back, maybe to a couple of times a week, and just make a few changes. If you're having lots of dairy in your diet, that can really, really affect your sugar levels in your body and affect stress in your body. And stress is a big one. It can really increase cortisol, which is a stress hormone, and then that can put more sugar in your blood, and that can you can put more weight on that way as well. So these three things that can really help. The worst thing you can do is by going on a diet, by dieting, by restricting your food. Because when you put in restriction on around your eating, that can start creating lots of problems around the foods that you're eating. You're looking at a piece of cake and you're crying because you can't eat it. Oh, that's a nice piece of cake, I can't eat it. Or a nice big plate of chips. I can't eat them, I can't eat them. So you're going to bed in tears because you're hungry all the time, and you're depriving yourself of the foods that you enjoy to eat. Where's the fun in that? And this is why diets don't work. They just deprive yourself, they're restrictive, you get bored of them. And to be honest, a lot of diets out there, they're tested on men, for goodness sake. And men don't have our hormones. They don't have estrogen and progesterone levels like we do. We don't have periods, don't have babies. Because you can use your menstrual cycle as an advantage. Because men can lose weight, and then they like no business, like tomorrow. It's not hard for them, which it's not fair. I know it's not fair because men can lose weight a lot much more easier than women can. But you can use your estrogen and progesterone, the different weeks in your cycle. You can use that to your advantage. So the first 2 weeks of your cycle, you've got estrogen, and the second 2 weeks, you have progesterone. Now, estrogen is the excitable hormone. It's the hormone that grows the lining of your uterus with blood to prepare for the implant of the egg, to prepare you to be pregnant. And then progesterone comes along in the second half of the month. Now, progesterone is the more calming hormone, and it's talking to estrogen, saying, okay, estrogen, you've got enough now. You've been excited for long enough. You've grown the lining of the uterus with enough blood. We don't need any more. We need to calm you down, and so we need to relax and chill out, and we need to protect the lining of the uterus. We need to keep it there in case the egg gets fertilized and you get pregnant before you have your period. And then estrogen and progesterone will peak and drop together, and then you have your period. So the first 2 weeks of your month, estrogen, that's the part where you're revved up. You've got lots of energy. You can do lots of weight bearing exercises, lots of high intensity training, and this is where you can build muscle. This is where you can eat more carbs, and your metabolism's on fire basically. And then the second part of your month, you've got progesterone. So you feel like you need to pay attention to your diet more around progesterone, the second 2 weeks of your month, and eating foods that are easy to digest. You're slowing down your intensity of your exercise, more like yoga and walking during this second half of the month. You don't want to put your body under too much stress, because progesterone is like calming and chilling out and getting more in touch with you, doing more meditation. So that's really going to be advantageous for you to help with your fat loss, because you're not putting your stress levels too high, you're not spiking your cortisol levels, you're not spiking your sugar levels, which is putting you more prone to putting weight on. So these are the few things you can do, and I talk more about this in my book, the Perimenopause Handbook. My book's just been published, and I talk about perimenopause and menopause, how it affects your body, and what's going on inside your body, what your symptoms are. And I've got lots of recipes at the back that you can make to really keep your hormones balanced. It's all about keeping your hormones balanced, giving your body what it needs, giving your body the nutrition it needs, not putting your body into starvation mode, not being restrictive in your diet, not thinking that your body is going to have to hold on to your fat because you're restricting what you're eating. So that's what it's all about. So those are the 3 things to look at in your diet: your wheat and your gluten, your bread, your dairy, how much dairy you're eating, and your sugar intake. And that's going to really help with your fat loss around your body. So when I talk about sugar, I've got a sugar-free challenge that's happening next week in my Facebook group. And it's starting on Monday, the 25th of February. And it's going to be a week-long challenge, and we're all going to get involved. There's lots of women are going to get involved. We're going to talk about how we can kick sugar out of our diet, how we can reduce sugar in our diet, what we can do. And I'm going to be here to back you up, to help you. So when you sign up to do the challenge, it's your free challenge to sign up. It's going to be a fun week. We're going to talk about how we're going to kick sugar out of our diets, how we're going to reduce sugar in our diets. You can take photographs of all the food that you're making, share with lots of other women how you're reducing sugar in your diet, and you can get lots of tips from other women. You're going to get lots of tips from me, how you can stop eating the sugar in your diet, how you can stop those sugar cravings. That's stopping you from losing that fat, and helping you to look good and feel good inside and out. It's all about looking good and feeling good about yourself, looking at your body in the mirror and being happy with the way that you look. So there's going to be a sugar-free quiz. So you can do this quiz to find out just how addicted to sugar that you are. There's going to be delicious recipes that you can make during the week. I'll give you a free recipe plan that you can have a look at. And I'm going to tell you how you can make some simple swaps for your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner to what you're eating now, and just how easy it is to make some few simple swaps and make a huge big difference to the way that you're feeling, the way that you look. What are the different types of sugar? Where is sugar hidden in your food? So you'll get emails from me every day into your inbox, and then I will come live in the group to talk to you at the end of every day, see how you're getting on, and if you've got any questions you want to ask me. So come along and join. It's in my Facebook group. I'm going to put the link below to this video so you can sign up and join in. So I can't wait to see you on the challenge. It's going to be a fantastic week. We're going to have lots of fun together. And then at the end of the week, I'm going to pick out a lady who's progressed the most in reducing sugar and reduced, because you can lose weight in this week by reducing the sugar down. No doubt about that at all. So come along. It's going to be a fun week. Sign up. Monday, 25th of February, so put that in your diary, and I look forward to seeing you there. So have a great day today, and I'll see you again in another video. Bye for now. See you later.